The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by What Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us.
Yep. He's a carpenter.
I know.
Just saying. So Common is totally turning face, right?
Yeah, so
Like he's starting.
gotta be.
He's starting to. Well, and the main reason I say that is because all of the other good people left in that silo are dead. Like there's the woman who raised her.
Correct.
But I think they rounded her up.
Well, yeah, she's in jail right now.
Right,
Yeah.
and then they had the lady that she talked to that we never figured out who she was.
But she was the head of supply.
Right, where
Yeah.
they got the tape from. And again,
But I think it's also like she ran the division, like, because like remember when they go out, they're given a box,
Right?
And like everything's, and I think the supply division puts everything in the box, so that's how she got the proper heat tape.
Exactly, but Tim Robbins was making a huge deal about the tape,
Yeah.
right?
Well, because I think it's, and again, I'm just saying this because I just finished season 1 again. Is that I think that's the like part of the element of control.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Is
Keep
that
the oppressed oppressed.
Right. So is that now because, and he probably knew through something that we haven't figured out.
If it's happened before, it'll happen again.
Well, that like they give the shitty tape.
Correct.
On the people going out, knowing that's what ends up killing.
It will increase the. Well, I mean, it's.
Well, so that they won't make it over the hill.
Right, it will speed up so that they don't make it over the hill. Everybody dies right there by that rock and entry.
Yeah.
And she made it over the hill because she was able to tape everything up.
Right.
Because they even ask, she puts that box down. It's like her parting gift, right?
Yeah.
Because they give him the cleaning supplies as well, right?
Yeah.
To clean the windows. Because they freak out about her not cleaning, too.
Right.
Everybody cleans!
Right.
Not Rebecca.
No, because she's
Rebecca
badass.
Ferguson. She's a Bene Gesserit. She's a nasty woman.
But that's what, but going back to season 1 with Common, there was, when I rewatched it, there was an interesting scene after Juliet, Rebecca Ferguson, is in his home with his wife and his kid. Yep. And he comes back. It's
because she was there.
Yeah, to do the hard drive. Yeah.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
And but so it's after she escapes, and Common's character comes back in, and he's talking with his wife, and she said something like really odd, which was like, remember why we're in this position, like as if.
Yeah, and at the time I just took it as you're in a position of power, like we're doing okay for ourselves.
But it didn't, and then now seeing episode 2, it strikes me as different.
Because she is super involved, right? That his wife was all over episode 2, right? Isn't that who he was?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to go back and review it, but you're right. But I mean, his wife, her history was she was part of the Gestapo essentially.
Yeah.
And then she switched over to IT. So she's kind of been in like
It's Severance.
Yeah. Some version of it anyway.
They got those antiquated computers and shit.
But I was going to say this is that
she went from muscle to intelligence.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, she clearly has some idea about what's going on.
And he's been in what do you want to call it? Police.
Yeah.
Law enforcement.
Correct. Yeah, but like FBI.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I was trying to look for the word law enforcement.
But I would say this in that if you look at Common's career, he's always
like him, the human being, the hip hop artist and the movie star.
Correct. Yeah. Again, going back to his hip hop days, always positive.
Oh,
man. I mean, like genius, but just never did like nasty shit. Never did.
Yeah, he never did the gangster rap. He never did that. He was jazz hip hop.
Right,
basically.
And it was always a positive message. It was
Correct.
Always, and then almost every character, I can't think of a character he's played on TV or in a movie that turns out to be a shithead. He's usually it might start off like like even in Hell on Wheels, he starts off a little shady, but then
he does
his character redeems
So
himself
he's
over
doing
and
that
over
in
again.
Silo, and he did that in John Wick through 2 movies.
Right, exactly. And I don't.
Was he in the first one too?
I don't think Common would take in terms of his what he has molded himself as in his career would ever take a role where it's like he's like a fucking terrible villain.
It would be awesome if he did.
Yeah, I mean that would be a career heel turn. Yeah.
Remember when Robin Williams did that for?
Oh, what was that like? 35 millimeter? No. I'm thinking of
No, it was
the Pacino movie, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Was that a Christopher Nolan movie? Huh?
Yeah. Was that Nolan or Fincher?
1 Hour Photo.
Yeah. One. Yeah. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah. And then what was the one they were in Alaska and Williams was the serial killer and Pacino's hunting him down.
I don't know. I can always get them confused.
Yeah.
At any rate, Common would be, but he's awesome.
But I don't think he would have taken the role if he didn't know that there was like redemption.
There's a face turn coming down the line.
And that, who knows too, he probably read all the books before going in. And
I would like to think that an actor that's going into a series like this would dive into the books, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Like The Sandman. Probably read all of them.
Or you get somebody like Henry Cavill who
he is a nerd.
Read all the Witcher books and played all the games. Yeah.
Yes, and is a nerd.
Yeah.
Like super nerd.
He's a big Warhammer nerd, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like me if I looked good and was chiseled and could act.
If only.
The fucking genetic lottery fails me. Yeah, I would like to think they do that. Sorry, I got off on a side.
But and again too, I don't think it would work because Tim Robbins he plays a fucking creepy shit ass human being so well.
He
also plays, other types of characters very well too.
I just mentioned Shawshank.
Yeah, and you can't forget Bull Durham either. But Nuglaloosh. But
God, he was so young.
Yeah, I know.
God, he was a fucking child.
Yeah.
He was also in what's that fucking horror movie? The David Lynch movie.
Was he in Mulholland Drive? No. But he was in his first like mean role.
Jacob's Ladder.
Oh yeah. Was that David Lynch? That one.
No, I don't think it was, but it was.
That one was fucking crazy.
I fucking love that movie. God damn it.
Yeah.
Man.
And but anyway, yeah. To cap this off, like the first time I remember Tim Robbins playing a bad guy was Arlington Road. Remember that one?
No.
Where they're domestic terrorists.
No.
Yeah, this was it was
Arlington, like the White House.
Yeah, but it was like I guess it might have been like in a suburb of D.C. or something. But
yeah.
it was shortly after the Oklahoma City bombing. But Jeff Bridges was the lead in the movie, and Tim Robbins was his neighbor, and Jeff Bridges suspected them of being domestic terrorists.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, he did such a good job. Like both of them did a really good job in that one. But Tim Robbins, that was the first time you go like, wait, that's Andy Dufresne.
Yeah.
Right, and then it's like he wants to destroy the government.
He is full throttle. He has reached his final form.
He wants to be the government.
Right, he's all about oppression.
Yeah,
he gives off. He's a villain, right? He's a heel, so he gives off those vibes that he loves the power of it. But part of me is like he's trying to do it for the greater good as well. No matter how twisted he thinks it is.
The greater good.
Yes.
Well, and that's
I'm doing this for all of you.
And it was one of those things where, like, going back and rewatching season 1, and it was obvious, but he was the one that was the puppet master and got everybody killed.
Yeah.
Including the former mayor.
Correct. And if he didn't have him killed, he was responsible for sending out, except the wife at the very beginning.
Right.
She went out on her own. But he was responsible for sending Rebecca out. And who was the other person he sent out?
The original sheriff.
Oh, he did sit down.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew there was another one.
Was it Holston? Yeah.
Because he made it to his wife
Right.
and then, crashed out.
Yeah. But even now you go back, it's like, did he want the sheriff out of the way, knowing if he gets his wife out of the way first, that'll get the sheriff out of the way.
Right.
So,
you mean kind of like what our government is doing now?
Yeah,
just
but
trying to move puzzle pieces into place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's where Common's going to come into place.
Because now he's leaning on Common to head up his again the law,
the judicial.
Thank you. Thank you. The judicial side of things.
And that's another fucking crazy part. He goes back and they never mentioned it in the first season, but the judge, the African American woman who was sobering up.
Yes.
So she was the judge. She was the head of judicial.
That's the one I was trying to figure out earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was, and now she's like, I'll do whatever you want. Just get me the fuck out of here. And there's a Wizard of Oz reference in there too. Yeah. But
there's so much going on. But you're right. Rebecca, first episode, it established the cliffhanger from the first one.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the political aspect and the cleanup of what the fuck do we do since she didn't clean A and she made it over the hill.
Well, and how now she's become...
and she released the footage at the end too, right? For everybody to see until he cut it off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, she
But now we know that that's fake, so,
well,
yeah.
Dropped a grenade and everything and dipped out.
And now the Down Deep is turning into a freedom fighting organization.
Correct.
Where she's there. I'm blanking on references, but
Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. Yeah, or Guy Fawkes or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but oh man, I mean it's. Which I'm
and they have and that's the other. No one knows. She just went over the hill.
Right.
No one knows.
They all think she's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
And God, could you imagine?
Where if she comes crawling up from the bottom again,
right?
Having found the maintenance door underwater, that's what I figure is that that would be part of the thing is that she can get back to the original silo, but she's got to swim down.
That's right.
Overcome fear, man.
But she doesn't know. She'd have to teach herself how to swim.
Yeah. Or I mean, there's other ways. You get a weight, but she's got to figure out some way of getting oxygen down there.
She is a mechanic.
Right. Exactly.
And they are showing that she knows how to build shit.
Yeah.
And it's been a theme of hers. She's very MacGyver-ish.
Very, very.
She's a survivor, man. I can't fucking wait until she meets that guy, whoever, Desmond. I hope it's fucking... I hope to Christ... If they... Casting him would have been the funniest thing ever.
Oh, man, yeah. If it is Henry Ian Cusick.
Yes,
yeah.
And he's just... With an American accent.
But still says brother.
Yes, but still says brother.
That would be, yeah.
The funniest... They have the opportunity...
I was going to say, I mean...
funniest thing ever.
They've already tapped 2 actors from Band of Brothers already. So
I saw that.
Yeah, who knows? I mean...
Well, it's Apple TV. They've got fucking bottomless pockets.
It's true, yeah. But that,
It's like HBO, which we're going to talk about. They've got fucking way fuck you money. Good God.
Yeah,
they've been churning out the hits for a long time.
They started it.
They did, because HBO's documentaries back in the day, and they still are, but
Yeah, but you had for a hot minute, Oz leading into... The following segment has been brought to you by Whatever Lola Wants. Go to WLWPrivateChefs.com for information to reserve top quality chef and restaurant services in the Chicagoland area. The Nerla Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, music by the Heisenberg Compensators.